Hello Virgo and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for Mid-March Tarot reading, and your theme or energy is the Chariot. This might be the start of a new adventure, a new desire, some sort of goal or aspiration in your life, and some of you might be moving or going on a holiday. Oh, I would be right jealous, but it's okay. All right, what does Virgo need to know for mid-March? Let's see. Interesting. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think this is going to be, I think this might more represent just like a completely different attitude and a different, completely brand new perspective, which looks like it is quite needed. Okay. So first off, we've got two pretty major arcana cards. Anyways, the energy in the past, we have got the Seven of Cups. This is smoke and mirrors, illusion, delusion. This can also be, I find sometimes it's a just like a confusing false sense of love and emotion, not understanding your emotions, being distracted from your emotions and the way that you feel, being really psychologically confused, thinking that you know something about love or emotions and you're totally off the mark. Sometimes this can represent mental illness, but you won't think that you're mentally ill, or you are literally living in a delusional world where you're looking at something that is just like so out of touch with reality. And sometimes it can be substance abuse, so please get help if you need help. Your energy for mid-March is the Nine of Swords. So like, I'm really feeling this heaviness now, like in my chest, just like sinking me down. Like, I feel like you're almost like kind of, there's a certain something in your life where you're just like, that you used to kind of not look at clearly, maybe be delusional about, even if you don't think that you were, but it's almost like now you're giving up. You're feeling like the world is cruel. There's not enough time for you. Like, you've gone so far in one direction. What's the point of even like starting over again? What you need to know is that you can make a new start because we've got this Page of Swords. Now, for some of you, you might have been giving up on a relationship with a young girl because the page can sometimes be a young girl, but I feel like with a lot of you, it's going to be a different aspect of yourself, okay? So you always can start new. There's always hope because the energy in between your feelings of disappointment and your new start, your new perspective. And oh, by the way, this could also be swords can represent communication. So it could be like work in communication, social media, defense. But yeah, it's definitely an attitude, but it can also be speaking, reading, writing, things like that. And the energy in between you and what you need to know is the Star. So there's always hope. So always have high hopes, no matter what. And the outcome is very good. We have got the Ace of Swords. Again, a new start. So I feel like a new attitude, a new perspective, a new way of thinking, a new way of speaking, a new way of perceiving the world. And honestly, like, swords can be harsh, but they can cut you out of this delusional reality. You know how, like, for example, someone might be, like, you might have a friend who's in a relationship and you can tell that that relationship is so toxic and they're so, detached from reality. They're like, oh, but they love me so much and blah, 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 blah. And it's BS looking at it on the outside. Sometimes they need the harsh criticism, a sharp tongue to wake them up out of that reality and pop that delusional bubble, okay? So, but yeah, and I feel like this is interesting. Okay, so for some of you, if this is about a child that potentially you have with another partner, I feel like the other person is going to approach you for like something about the child. It could be the father of the child, or it could be that if this is something about a new perspective, I feel like you're going to really grow in this new perspective very fast. And also if it's something to do with work that's related again to defense, reading, writing, communication, things like that, I feel like you might be offered a new opportunity quite soon, okay? You're not in a good way though. Like, I think you let your depression and negative thoughts get the best of you. Please don't beat yourself up for that, because then you'll just be adding a layer of suffering on top of suffering. Like, when you punish yourself for feeling bad, it's just, yeah, you're feeling bad about feeling bad, and then you feel bad about that, and it's a vicious cycle, okay? Whatever it is that seriously, if there's a substance that you need to cut out, you need to cut it out. okay? Because it's very downward spiral, like not good. If there's anyone that, things that you're feeling negative about, you need to release it. You need to, let's get some clarification cards and then we'll do advice cards so I can be a bit more specific. All right, what does Virgo need to know for this situation in mid-March? All right. Okay, so I feel like this might be the delusion, the illusion, the false sense of reality might be about potentially like marriage or having a home or something like that, but that's sometimes what this can be. Or maybe you thought you were at a certain level emotionally, but you weren't. You're having to like replan a certain aspect of your life. You're really needing to think about like, okay, where am I going to go now? It's like kind of a new direction in your life that you're having to plan. What you need to know about is that, you know, it is very self-loving to have a new perspective, to look at things like a child, like brand new. And I think, that new attitude, that new perspective is ultimately coming from self-love. So that's great. Look, things aren't necessarily working out the way that you thought that they would, but you will be victorious, and you will like keep the high ground, and you might have to do this in a unique way, but you're 100% going to do it. And look, ultimately you will be taken care of financially, like stability with relationships and land, physical body, stuff like that. It's just, and it will be partly because of this new perspective that you will have success in that area. And you might actually be approached by someone who desires to have like either a stronger connection with you, but that, or has like high hopes, like, and it could be about a child. It could be about a job. It could be about just anyone in your life who is, maybe they've seen your new perspective, or just they're reapproaching you in the future. And it has to do with something about this new attitude. Let me get one more clarification for this. I feel like you are really needing stability in your life when it comes to work, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to where you live. For some of you, this might actually be that like you have gotten someone pregnant, or you're pregnant and it might have been unplanned. But I feel like if that is the case, that like the other person will approach you about the child and want to have a new start. Okay, that's a very small amount of you. But I feel like you're really stressed about it, and because you really need stability in your life. But yeah, I think for a lot of you, it's going to be a new perspective, a new attitude. Yeah. All right, so I feel like let's get some clarification cards. Okay. Oh, sorry, advice cards. Advice cards for Virgo. All right, so the first advice card, we have got the Four of Cups. So there's always a fourth option. There's always an alternative. And you might want to just like meditate, ruminate, and just kind of get balanced emotionally with yourself, so that you can, there's another option that's coming up of something that you don't quite see yet, like a bit of information potentially. All right, so the second advice card, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Just keep, improving your skills, working hard, investing in yourself and your wealth in many different ways, your physical body, and just keep working. Third advice card, Strength. You can 100% get through anything, no matter what. You are super tough. It's not always a fun journey, but you will do it. All right, the fourth advice card is the Ten of Cups. So I would just continue to work on your community, whether it is, friends, family, community, like to have as large a network as possible. And that's going to really make you feel fulfilled in love. And so I would continue to foster those loving connections that you have in your life. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all in the description below. You can also follow me on social media. Thanks to everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed. Hit the notification bell, because I do monthly and mid-monthly videos. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card, Knight of Pentacles. play it safe. Don't take any big risks, and just be smart with like money and decisions that you make. Like, this is a zero risk time right now. All right, have a great month. Bye.